What's good, y'all? Y'all already know who it is. It's your man, IRLnash. First off, watching fucking Pistons lose. What's good, y'all? Y'all already know who. Pissing me off. Pissing me off, bro. Like, I can't believe that bullshit. Anyway. What's good? What y'all on? What's the word? What niggas doing? Please don't hate my hairline right now. I kinda got my hair like pulled back a little weird. The way it's braided. So I'm gonna deal with that another day. Anyway, what's good, man? I just watched the Pistons lose. That shit just pissed me off. So we not about to even do too much bullshitting, belly aching, pump faking, player hating. We just gonna jump straight into this shit. That shit just really hurt my feelings. Hurt my soul, if we being honest. Oh yeah, one thing I forgot to say. Welcome to the podcast. It's Thursday actually, so tomorrow I'm probably gonna do that terror raid, that Silent Man's terror raid again, cause it's supposed to be coming back. So hopefully I get it this time. If not, oh well. And then I got my man OZ sliding through the lab on Saturday this week, and that'll be the wrap up for season 1. So I hope y'all in tune for that. Other than that, let's get to this shit. Let's run this shit back. I ain't playing that. A lot of this shit that we talking about is about Shannon Sharpe. That is a fact. Let's get to it. Let's see what we gonna do. Let's go ahead and go see what Mason Cam had to say first. See what Mason Cam had to say first.
There's a new deal at Tim Hortons. Get a $3 breakfast sandwich when you buy any size hot or iced coffee. Freshly cracked eggs paired with 100% premium Arabica coffee. Only at...
Oh yeah, shout out T with the tier 1 subs. No, I'm bullshitting. I can't even get subs. That hurt my feelings more than I thought it would. Let's get to it.
We're not even done unpacking because before we get into the game, Mace, I gotta ask you. We started a little discussion yesterday. All the Shannon Sharpe stuff. For those who are watching this new episode, basically he was being accused of sexual assault. On the side, he tried to offer the victim $10 million. She declined it. Now they're trying to take 50. She declined it. Oh, he offered, yes, $10 million. They declined it. They want $50 million out of the case. Audio files have been released. Text messages have been released. He released the video.
What is saying the audio? Because I want to make sure what I heard
something
was what
about choking her, and she was like, I don't want to be choked. And he was like, yes, you do. But he's claiming it was an edited audio file. It's a lot of different parts. And I know for the audience, I'm summing it up. If you want to know more details, it is online. But Mace.
His new, and also Mace's new audio came out yesterday. He said, "Oh, you want a big back? I put a big black baby in you."
Oh, man.
He said, "Little white girl put a big black baby in you," or something to that effect.
Wow. This is
Wow.
Where do we start? The girl is 19.
Yeah.
He's how old?
54 or 56, one of the
50. Let's just say 50.
Let's just say 50. Fuck it. Like, let's just say 50. Fuck it. 1950. 1950 is a date. That is not a relationship.
In the late 50s, right? So he's in his late 50s. She 19. This is a lot. This is a lot because I know when I'm hearing people, they're like, "Well, this wouldn't have happened with a black girl." Let's start right there. With a black girl, he probably would have paid child support. There's a lot of things that it would have been easier. I'm just gonna say
he got 3 kids.
I'm not for this, but it would have been easier with a black girl if let's say she was from the projects, her name was Latanya, you know. He wouldn't have been paying what he's paying. I just know that. Y'all think I be laughing? I'm not trying to see. This is why I don't talk. I'm not trying to make light. This is a serious matter, right? This is a real serious matter. Let's make it serious, because I'm not trying to joke. People would say that a man only end up here when he's being arrogant, right? When people get a bunch of money, they think they could do whatever they want to do. You know what I'm saying? I've been rich. I'm rich. Killer's rich. He's been rich. You know, a lot of people been rich and they still are rich, but I don't think we've ever gotten to the place where we're takers. You know, this is what I'm getting at. And for him to offer $10 million says that there might be some truth to this, because I'm not offering nobody no $10 million if I know I didn't do anything. And I think the only reason the $10 million didn't work, Killer, I want to know how you feel about this. I think the $10 million didn't work because the pimp need his cut. You know, just allegedly. I'm not saying that.
Who the fuck auntie is that crying in the background like that? She said,
And I think the only reason the $10 million didn't work, Killer, I want to know how you feel about this. I think the $10 million didn't work because the pimp need his cut. You know, just allegedly. I'm not saying there is a pimp, right? Let me give you. It's just an idea. This is just an idea, right? So if there's a pimp, right? Why y'all keep laughing? I know this is why they flew me back in. They wanted to know my take. But listen, all jokes aside, if the girl said I want 10, this may be the lawyer, right? Just hypothetically, all of these things, right? And the guy who put her on to Shannon was like, you didn't even know him. I put you on him. You didn't even know who that was. You was asking about college.
You was asking about college.
Yeah, this is your Thurgood Marshall right here. Him right there. For real? Yeah, that nigga worth a lot of money. You know how guys be, and they pushed her on her. And then she said 10. He was like, 10 is my 10. You got to put in your number for yourself. That don't have nothing to do with mine. 10 is mine. That's what we discussed. I'm just telling you, I ain't been out the streets that long. I know this is how peace think. You know what I'm saying? And
I'm gonna just say this to you. It was funny the first time. Like, ha, we laughing with you. It's funnier the second time, but we laughing at you. We are laughing at... Look, this is the issue I got with it, is that so many people have, especially women, have been like, oh, he this, he that, he this, he that. And I'm like, no, he's just some old football playing nigga. No, it's just like, you are the misogynist that you make it seem like you are, to be real with you. All of this shit just proves it. You paying people off. You paying people for sex to begin with, bro. Crazy. There's no way I have never paid a woman for sex in life. There's no way I'm gonna be in the NFL paying for one, or ever been to the NFL a millionaire and paying for sex. No. Like, bro, fuck some ugly bitches or something. Fuck some normal looking bitches. Fuck some bitches who actually want to be around you. Like, what the fuck is your problem? The fuck are you on, bro? Like, you too old to be moving like that. I ain't telling you you can't have you a little young tenderoni, but maybe make her 36. Not fucking 19. And maybe she's not an OnlyFans model. Like, what type of time is you on, bro? Like, I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna get back to that.
If somebody's watching this, and you know that, baby, you just put it in the chat and say, is Mace lying? And then another thing I want to look at in this whole entire case, right? I heard something about 50 or 25,000 a cheek.
That's what she texted him. She need 25,000 per cheek.
Per cheek.
What are you doing with a cheek to pay 25? No, this is a lot. Pause. This is a lot to unpack. Just really thinking about it from an objective point of view.
He's being honest, but let's keep going.
We pray all of this is like a fallacy or some kind of hoax or something like this, because he was about to get a bunch of money. And you know, when you're about to get a bunch of money, people that hate on you just wait until you're about to get that money and rain on your parade. But we can't say that. And that's why I wanted to say it, to get Stats' opinion. I knew when I said that she was going to go, yeah. No, you can't be on your way to 100 million. I keep telling Killer, right? And niggas picking these kind of girls. You can't do that. We talked about this with Ant-Man. We talked about this with several players. You just can't do that. You about to get 100 million. You can't throw it away for an IG model.
Real spill.
Is she an IG model?
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans. How does that work?
She got her separate account and she do her thing on there and people pay.
Is that the one like when people show their feet?
You can. It's whatever the client wants.
So just think about this. If he, what can he do at this point? What Killer? What can he do at this point?
Yeah, I pay.
Look at Mace. Mace look disappointed, bro. He said, "Damn, you might be right."
To pay, but he already made an offer.
Yeah.
Who told him that?
Huh?
Who told him to make an offer?
I don't know. It must be bad if you want to make an offer.
I'm not making no offer. Niggas can say what they want. I'm not making no offer. Listen, I'm going to court. You gotta get it through the courts.
Yeah, listen.
That's how you supposed to do it. I'm not giving up no money.
Yeah. I mean, it sounded like she wanted abuse. To be fair about it, she wanted anal sex and got mad because he didn't put a condom on. It sounded like she wanted some. I was put it like this. My personal opinion is what I was rocking with. I was rocking with Shannon. Like, this is shakedown because he moved from Cali to Nevada. She moved from Cali to Nevada, and I was obviously 100% saying this some fucked up shit until I found out he offered money.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, I was pretty much just having fun, but pause, after you say he offered 10, that changes everything.
Yeah, and then what he said also, I don't know if you know this part, when he made his statement, he said it's going to be, I believe what they're trying to do is going to be 30 seconds of a sex tape that comes out that's going to try and make me look bad. If you want to do everything, he said, I don't have the tape. But if you want to show everything, show the whole 10 minutes. He said, but 30 seconds of this tape makes him look really bad. So now we got audio of him saying he's choked her. Once he's going to...
That nigga doing, bro? Look, when Kai Cenat got into this situation, right? So this is what I was going to say before. When Kai Cenat got into this situation, it was a very clear thing where it was just like, stop, bro. Stop. Stop fucking with these type of women. Stop. Keep on running around trying to, you got to chill. You got to chill. And what people got to realize is that having a bunch of quote-unquote regular women around you will lead to a lot of regular things happening. Get drunk, have fun, whatever. Go home at the end of the night. You got all these other types of chicks, inflated egos, craziness, look like $1 million but got $2 in their purse. This is the type of shit that that comes with it, bro. And if a kid like Kai Cenat can have the audacity to get put in his place and get corrected, it's crazy that Shannon Sharpe isn't even just looking at what happened to him recently and being like, yeah, I ain't gonna get caught up. It's like, cause you think you Shannon Sharpe, you not gonna get caught up. Not because of how you move. That's the reason why he done got caught up
he
twice.
said some slick shit to her that little white girl, I put a black baby in you now, a violent. 30 seconds of sex tape supposed to come out. I don't know.
Yeah, I think if I hope all of this is untrue. If it is true, then they gotta do something about this. If ESPN can endure this, then they should give guys like Paul Pierce his job back. They should give Matt Barnes his job back.
Yep.
And even Michael Irvin, our own Michael Irvin, should get his job back.
Yeah.
If people are not just gonna, honor what they supposed to honor, to me, I believe that he should keep his job if he's innocent. But if he's guilty and ESPN keeps him, then ESPN need to give all those people their job back. But I don't really know how this is going to turn out.
That's very true.
And I saw
Let's be
was that
really real about shit. ESPN is not keeping that nigga at all. At all. There's no way in hell.
Interview with Stephen A. when he was speaking of it, and I was watching it very carefully, Killer.
Stephen A. said something about this already?
Yeah, because Stephen A.
We watching that
didn't
next.
stand with Shannon Sharpe.
Oh
like he
shit!
stood
Hold
with
up.
Jay-Z.
Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! Let's go to this one. We'll jump back. Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! They try to get us.
All right, everybody, listen up. With all the big-time sports action that's happening each and every day, the Stephen A. Smith Show wants to make sure you are taking advantage of it all. That's why we've partnered with Prize Picks, the best place to win cash while watching sports. The app is really easy to use. To make a lineup, all you have to do is pick more or less on a few player stats. Choose from any of your favorite players, Luka Doncic, Jimmy Butler, and Zach LaVine, all in the same entry. Then sit back and watch.
Bucko.
The list is absolutely endless. You can play Prize Picks in over 40 states.
Let's get it moving, Bucko.
Including California and Texas. Best of all, Prize Picks.
Excuse me.
Radio. As always, thanking all of y'all for your support for watching the show and what have you. The millions of downloads I received over iHeartRadio. Subscribers now eclipsing 1.18 million. Thank you so much for the love and support. Today's a different day.
I don't got to stun on me,
because of
nigga.
where I have to get started and
What's
where I have
good,
to finish.
everybody
There's
who
only
in
gonna be
there?
one subject
Appreciate y'all.
discussed today.
Shout out, y'all.
And it's where we're getting started. It's involving some news that broke yesterday involving Shannon Sharpe, my colleague at ESPN, and my friend. The Hall of Fame tight end was sued on Sunday by a woman proceeding under the name Jane Doe pseudonym. The 13-page civil complaint filed in Nevada alleges that Sharpe committed assault, sexual assault, battery, and sexual battery. The plaintiff alleges Sharpe sexually assaulted her several times at the end of 2024 and the beginning of 2025. The suit also alleges that Shannon engaged in the intentional infliction of emotional distress. It should be noted that the suit was filed by attorney Tony Busby.
Hold up.
This is the same attorney that filed a suit against Jay-Z.
Hold up. Is that my phone or is that the... Hold up. Let me bring back up the stream real quick. My bad.
And P. Diddy, alleging they both sexually assaulted a minor, which has since been withdrawn. Jay-Z also has countersued Busby. By the way, the plaintiff in the Sharpe civil suit is not the woman heard in the accidental Instagram live stream incident that made headlines last September of last year.
Oh, now my
In
actual
response to the
computer wanna
suit, Shannon
fucking...
and his legal team went to social media
outta
yesterday and
here.
released a series of allegedly sexually explicit text messages between him and the Jane Doe. In addition to that, they issued the following
This nigga got too many graphics and shit. Jeez.
statement. Quote, this lawsuit filed by Gabriella Zuniga and orchestrated by her attorney, Tony Busby, is a blatant and cynical attempt to shake down Mr. Sharpe for millions of dollars. It is filled with lies, distortions and misrepresentations, and it will not succeed, end quote. Then earlier today, Jane Doe's attorney, Tony Busby, sent TMZ Sports a 1 minute and 36-second clip of an alleged conversation between his client and Shannon. In response to that clip, Shannon Sharpe went back to social media and issued this response. Take a look.
To my family, friends, supporters, and colleagues, I want to speak to you directly.
Yeah, I was
from
gonna
the
play
heart.
this. I was gonna
is a
play this
shakedown.
too. I was gonna play this too because I was like, this is crazy.
Friends, supporters, and colleagues, I want to speak to you directly.
Yeah, I was gonna play this. I was gonna play this too. I was gonna play this too because I was like, this is crazy. Sorry, my stream seems to be acting a little bit gross. Let's see if I can get this shit acting a little better. My bad. I ain't even using that much CPU. I think I might be tripping. My bad, y'all. I just want to make sure that this shit moving the right way. It be when I bring up YouTube. YouTube be fucking my shit up.
Be open, transparent, and defend myself because this isn't right. This is all being orchestrated by Tony Busby, who has targeted Jay-Z. Tony Busby targets black men, and I believe he's going to release a 30-second clip of a sex tape that tries to make me look guilty and play into every stereotype you could possibly imagine. That video.
I'm not understanding that part of it. I'm not really understanding that part of it more than anything. It's like a 30-second clip. How do you know about this 30-second clip? What do you be doing? Bro, what are you doing? Like, why are you letting people record you if you doing shit like that? What is you on? Grow up, fam. Grow up. You two are grown to be moving like, I can't even hold you up. With a 17-year-old is where I draw. If it was some 53-year-old lady or some 46-year-old lady, I'll just be like, you too old to be acting like that, old lady. But you dealing with some regular, like, bro, come on.
It should actually be 10 minutes or so. Hey, Tony, instead of releasing your edit, put the whole video out. I don't have it, or I would myself. You know what happened, and you're trying to manipulate the media. The encounter in question.
Oh my God, who told him? Why do he keep talking, bro? He be just doing this too much. Bumping them gums. Bumping them motherfucking gums, bro.
Took place during the day at her invitation, and now that appears to be a deliberate setup, coordinated by Gabby, also known as Carly on OnlyFans. Gabby and Tony Busby want $50 million. What they're getting is sued for defamation and trying to take me down. My career is all about real talk and honesty. I know my family and fans know exactly what this is about, and I'm going to be out there telling you whatever I need to say, just like I always do. I love all of you guys. Thanks.
Well, it's a sad situation. Shannon Sharpe is somebody I work with a couple of days a week. Shannon Sharpe is somebody that I brought to ESPN. Works on First Take, which airs on ESPN every weekday morning from 10 a.m. to 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. He's been with me every Monday and Tuesday. We've been number one for 13 years and counting. But since Shannon has arrived, obviously he's helped the show immensely. And I can't thank him enough for it. We've grown close.
I don't like the way this sounded. I don't like the way this sounded. This is what Mace was talking about. That's why I had to stop it. Bring it back. 'Cause I was just like, hold up. Hold up. Yeah, man. Let's let it play. I don't know, bro. What I'm looking at is all of these thoughts up in this area of Stephen A. Smith. See, I ain't looking at his face. I'm looking up here. I'm looking right up there.
As friends, I'd like to believe that. I certainly root for him.
Wow.
I know he's been through a lot in life. He's overcome a lot of things. And when he departed from Fox, I was more than happy to bring him on board here.
But
So all I can speak about is what I know based on the reports. And I can speak about ESPN and Disney.
yeah.
To be
This ain't
clear,
good.
even though this podcast, this YouTube show is owned and operated by me solely, it doesn't mean that I'm going to be dismissive of ESPN, who employs me in my daytime job on First Take. So I sit here before you today
Here
letting
comes the
you know
shuck.
that they are aware that this is a subject that I was going to broach.
Here comes the shuck.
Because I owe them that courtesy. With that being said, it's important to point out a couple of things. Number one, I was not there. I can provide no eyewitness account. And even though I got love and respect for Shannon Sharpe, and I'm sincerely hopeful and prayerful that he is completely innocent of the allegations that have been levied against him, I can't sit here and speak to his innocence or guilt from
There goes the jive. There it
a
goes.
knowledgeable place because I have nothing to do with this. I haven't seen anything. I don't know anything. I don't even know this person. I know what the reports say. I know the reports, the
Shucks
things that have
and
been
jive.
reported on a multitude of outlets, from the AP to the New York Post to Forbes to TMZ and then everything in between. I mean, I can't even count the number of publications that have talked about it or written about it, networks, etc. It's all over the internet. It's everywhere. And I know that. I'm fully aware of that. This is not a criminal case. So it's not,
only civil.
there is no concern about him going to jail.
Yeah.
This is a civil case,
Civil suit.
which means that he can either be found liable or not liable.
Yep.
The accuser in question is seeking $50 million. That was confirmed by Shannon Sharpe
Jeez.
on that video today. According to the
50
reports,
mil?
it's somebody that he met in 2023 who was 19.
What that nigga say on Deliverance? $50,000? What'd you say about 50,000? I said 50 pounds of collards, greens, man. I'm ordering soul food. But golly, G, 50 million? That's crazy. I don't even know what you can buy with 50 million. A lot of shit, probably. Probably wouldn't have as bad Wi-Fi. Low-key, you probably still would have just as bad as Wi-Fi as me. So, even if you had 50 million. So.
Years old at that particular moment in time. According to some audio that was put out earlier today by attorney Busby, you hear the accuser, the female, talking to somebody who is alleged to be Shannon Sharpe. We don't know whether that's true or not. And the person in question, again, we don't know whether it's Shannon or not, other the words choke, as in I will choke the hell out of you if I saw you.
What are you talking about?
Shannon Sharpe felt compelled to come out in his own defense. how we interpret that. Let me be very, very clear about where I'm coming from.
Yeah, where you coming from?
I'm a bit torn in terms of his response. On one hand, Tony Busby has sued and said that she was 13 years of age at the time when talking about Jay-Z and Diddy, and Jay-Z went ballistic and emphatically denied it, wouldn't let it go. The case was dropped, and now he's suing Busby, mentioning words like extortion and other things. So when Shannon Sharpe brought up Mr. Busby in that video that we aired and talked about him being extorted, he brought up Mr. Busby and Mr. Busby's past. And he talked about him, going against African American men. There's two thoughts there. On one hand, there's the Jay-Z, who obviously should be presumed innocent, not just because you should be presumed innocent until found guilty, but because of the manner in which he fought on his own behalf and has been very aggressive in going after Tony Busby.
All right, let's get to
In the case of P. Diddy, all of us have someone to answer to. No matter how maverick we try to be, and we own our own business, and we're our sole proprietors like I am on this platform and stuff like that. There are advertisers, there are sponsors, there are people you do business with, there are partners.
Oh, shit.
And there are bosses.
Oh, shit. He just shitted on that nigga.
Unfortunately, that Shannon Sharpe finds himself in.
Jeez.
At this particular moment in time. I sincerely wish him the best. I got love for him.
Oh.
And I hope all of this is just a sad ordeal that goes away because there was no truth to it. But I don't know.
What?
Neither do you or the rest of us.
Oh, wow.
And only time will tell what the truth is.
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah. That nigga Mace was not playing. Hold up. Let's get back to it real quick. I'm sorry. I know the internet is playing. Here, let's see if I try to, let me do something real quick. Let me do something real quick. Let me bring the internet back up. That shit acting like a hoe. God damn. Bring that Mace video back up. That's crazy. Low-key dog definitely threw him underneath the bus. Tossed him underneath that hoe. For real, for real. That should take a year and a half to load. Damn. I did YouTube. That shit don't want to move at all. Damn.
All right, everybody, listen up. With all the big-time sports action that's happening each and every day, the Stephen A. Smith Show wants to make sure you are taking advantage of it all. That's why we've partnered with Prize Picks, the best place to win cash while watching sports. The app is really easy to use. To make a lineup, all you have to do is pick more or less on a few
Damn, bruh.
favorite players, Luka Doncic, Jimmy Butler, Zach LaVine, all in the same entry. Then sit back and...
I just want to get back to the Cam Mace video real quick. Hey. Someone said free crazy. Oh my word. Alright. Gotta go back into this fucking playlist. I think it's this playlist that's causing the most of the problems. For real, for real. Where I'm at with it right here. Then you got all these videos on the side. It's waiting to load up. Usually when I pick individual videos, I ain't got that problem. But when I put them in this playlist, for some reason, it be having more issues. And I might just be thinking that. But to me, I be noticing it.
Jay-Z. When he heard about Jay-Z, he said, the guy I know, this is not true. When it came to Shannon, he was like, I wasn't there.
Yo,
What's up, producers? I'm an arcade pro.
And I'm an arcade newbie, and I'm gonna blind react.
yo,
In a nutshell, yeah.
I gotta keep it in static, you know what I'm saying? Because he wasn't there for Jay-Z neither. You wasn't there for Jay-Z. You were not there for Jay-Z, but you went out on a limb because of the character of guy you know. So I'm not saying that you're wrong for that. I'm saying I would have thought that the same standard would be there, right? If for a guy you work with every day. Well, not every day, but, you know.
Damn near.
And I'm not taking a shot at Stephen A. It's just an observation.
It does sound like you was taking shots at Stephen A. From what you saying, I didn't see Stephen A. shit, but what I'm gathering, what you said from Stephen A. said, he basically said, I don't know the nigga like that.
Well, I ain't putting my hundreds of millions on the line for him.
Yeah, he like, no, I want to hire the nigga. He a little freaky nigga. I don't really know the nigga that well. So whatever happened or whatever happens. I already know Stephen A. He one of them people like, this is going to interfere with me. I have nothing to do with it.
Yeah, Stephen A. is corporate.
He said, I recruited Shannon, but I'm not the boss. Basically, the other higher-ups have to deal with it. That's what he said.
literally what he
Verbatim.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, basically.
Is that throwing him under the bus?
Yes.
Yes. A little bit, but not really.
In the streets, it's throwing
That's definitely throwing you under the bus.
under the bus.
Yes.
But for corporate, he's not, because he's like, I hired you, and if I hire you and you do something crazy,
Right.
then now ESPN is going to look at me when I bring somebody new in here like, can we trust my decision making? And I need them to know.
Right.
I brought them here on talent. I didn't bring them here on morals and
I remember when I got expelled from school, my coach said, I could get you out of this, but I'm not going to. You know why? Because you deserve to be in trouble. And I can't let them think that I'm about to help anybody. Swear to God, bro.
because you got to remember this whole situation, as the history goes, a couple months into the deal when he brought him in there was already an allegation. You know what I'm saying? So now with this coming out, it's just like the second thing, because remember, there's the tape. And Walt Disney can't do that.
Mm-hmm. I agree with the part you said. Niggas that they fired for less.
Yeah, they fire a lot of people for less.
Yeah.
Bring him back.
Steven A. said, I don't know the nigga, huh? I got to go watch that out. That's a
Yeah, but the messed up part is the $100 million. I hope he really get that $100 million. But let me ask you something, Killer. If you had $100 million on the table and a joint from back in the days just say, you know what, I need 50. Mm-hmm. When you didn't wild out, but you said some things on tape you wasn't supposed to say. Not that you did, but and she said, I need 50. What would be your response?
Take it to trial. I don't got $1, yo. I ain't got a dollar for none of them old bitches. Yo, listen, man. That's why I got an iPhone 3. I got everything. And I got 3 desktops full of information, all my phones. I got Nextel flip phones. I got all that because I know for a fact that it's a lot of angry women that things may not have.
He got his own demise
Now,
saved up.
Not just me, anybody.
Yeah.
And then you come up and then they're mad about this is a recent situation.
Yeah.
You're right. You're 100% right. It's a bunch of females that been back in the days. And like I said, don't even gotta be me and be like, oh, this nigga up, he don't remember he did this, he did that to me, he did this. You have to keep your receipts, yo. Everything, especially if you're right. If you're right, you have to. We're just in that world.
Yeah.
Think about this, even with the Puff shit, right? Lawsuit was coming out every 90 seconds. Every 90 seconds a lawsuit was coming out to the point where they're like, ain't Jay-Z his man? Throw him in. You know what I'm saying? Like it started getting crazy. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah, this is a scary time for players.
Yeah, man.
It's a real scary time.
That's the whole thing. I don't think it's a scary time for players. Me personally, I think it's a scary time for niggas who don't know how to move right.
Yeah.
And I ain't gonna say person like Puff, and I ain't jinxing nobody. I don't know his personal shit. Might be a little bit of karma with the shit he got going on. But when you somebody in newfound success, like I talked about this yesterday when you wasn't here, he has a different success now than from football. You attract a different audience. You got to know how to move. You got to know how to move when you're an athlete.
Yeah, that's what I don't get about Shannon Sharpe mainly. It's like, how don't he understand this? Maybe he just older. Maybe he just been moving this way for so long. He don't get that. You can't do it. As you get older, you can't keep going younger and dealing with motherfuckers who immature, because when you was younger and immature, you didn't have as much to lose. Even though you might have been in NFL, yeah, I get it. But it's like, it wasn't this day and age where people could do the shit that they can do to you. Now, people can record your calls, take these text messages, all of that shit. Back in the day, you just say, no, I didn't do some shit. What else is somebody else gonna say?
I don't know, man. It's good that you gave a take. I think that your take was really good. I said, but I had to say yesterday, I don't really have much to say today.
Yeah. Last thing I'll add, 2025, I said it before, I'll say it again. Healing. Hope people figure it out because there's a lot going on. And I promise y'all, this is not the start.
And then also, Mace, real quick, because Stat also said if you play in the snow, let it go.
Don't know how it's going to go.
You're not going to know how it's going to go. But she said she play in the snow.
I didn't say that. I didn't answer.
All right.
Yeah, everybody want to play in the snow till it's a blizzard.
Till it's a blizzard is crazy.
Till a blizzard, bro. Yeah, because that's exactly what's going to happen. That's fucking exactly what's going to happen.
That blizzard comes, he was like, what I'm doing out here?
It's definitely a blizzard for niggas.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, you gotta still. I mean, you got a lot of money. You can't really date in the snow unless you're gonna marry. That is because they don't play by the same rules. They didn't have the same upbringing. So their mindset is to do whatever you ask, because when it goes wrong, they're gonna want their half.
Yeah. I'm not even going to just say it's just a snow thing. Even just to this case, like ESPN, like if you are working for Disney, there's no Disney after dark. Like you have to know your role. I'm just saying, like you got to know what role you're in. Like certain people can do different things. You cannot do that over there. Not with Mickey Mouse. That's the problem.
Not with Goofy.
Not with Goofy.
Well, see, that's the thing about it too. Not to cut you guys off. The money that he's part of negotiating has nothing to do with ESPN. He's just a talent on First Take 3 days a week. The money he's supposed to get is from Club Shay Shay, Nightcap. He got Bubba Dub's show. He has another show with somebody else. He has like 4 or 5 different
520
shows.
with
And the money that he's being offered has nothing to do with ESPN. So if this money, it's one thing getting fired from ESPN. If that's the case, like I said, I'm not wishing that on anybody.
Right.
But this contract that he's about to negotiate is from all his shows outside of ESPN, the internet. This has nothing to do with it. And that just goes to show how powerful that shows on the internet are. We talk about Stephen A. getting $100 million working for ESPN or something close to it. And Shannon Sharpe is supposedly getting the same amount of money Stephen A. Smith is doing. And he's not even on regular linear television. That just goes to show when you work hard and do your shows on the internet, the check will eventually come. He got 4 or 5 different shows. That's where the money's coming from.
So he should still be able to get the 100 then.
Depending on
Because it ain't ESPN. Because every take that we're given is based on ESPN. If you're saying if that don't come from ESPN, then he should still be able to get some of that.
I mean, what I'm saying is this. Like, let's say, for instance, I still think he'll get a lot of money. But the people he's negotiating probably will cost him a few.
Yeah.
Like, yo, it's going to be 100. But you take this 67 because we going to lose a couple sponsorships behind us, possibly. He's still going to get the money, in my opinion. It's just about is he still going to be a face of ESPN. And the Shannon Sharpe, he probably like, whatever, niggas ain't giving me that much money anyway. That's not where the bulk of his money is coming from.
Yeah, and as we move away from Shannon.
Yeah, but the thing about ESPN is that it's an avenue for children specifically into sports. And if you can be on ESPN, it can just funnel more and more kids, but into what you got going on. And when you're doing your own show and your own realistic, and then you got their favorite rappers and stuff like that coming up there talking, it just lends a hand-in-hand type of thing.
Sharp, just the idea of what's going on, right? We also got to start paying attention, fellas, when they're telling you it's a civil suit. Don't feel like that's just a civil suit. If it's civil suit, but it's something criminal, it could turn criminal really fast. They're just using the civil suit to knock down a lot of your money. I'm seeing this happen with a lot of rappers, a lot of athletes, and people are not paying attention to that. Another way that people are just green to the streets, That's just one entity trying to walk away some of your money so that when they double back and say, well, this was you did this over here, because 9 times out of 10, if one girl say something, then somebody else gonna come say something because they like people getting paid, and people are getting paid for nothing. And I really got some issues, or they may really have a text or really have a message, and it's like I don't know what to do or what to tell fellas now. You probably want to get married. That's probably your best bet. Just from the outside looking at.
And that is that, y'all. So now we got to talk about the rock.
He really from the inside looking out because he married. So he looking out at niggas like, God damn, whole town on fire out there, huh? We can go ahead and warm up this food.
Kids versus the Warriors, straying away from all the things. There's more, but we're going to go to the game. So
What's more?
I just feel like there's a lot going on.
What's the more?
That's crazy.
People getting deported, like
Not deported.
a lot of people in the States.
I don't know.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
Yeah, that's why I said this is a
Stock
freaky
market is
week.
crashing.
Oh, you mean the world period?
Yes,
Oh, I thought you
the Pope just died. Like nothing is making
You said
sense.
that the shit was over. Retrograde.
Yeah, I don't know what this is.
You said it was over.
I did,
What
but
happened to retrograde?
I don't
This
know.
is retrograde
this
stat.
is reverse retrograde because
This
it's
is
just
not
been going
retrograde.
bad. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I don't have all the answers. Sin can tell you that. Hopefully things start going uphill because I don't know what's going on.
Dang. Well, I don't know. I do not know what's going on with young Shannon Sharpe. I cannot say anything. I don't know him, and even if I did, I'd have told him to shut the fuck up. Like, what the fuck you saying stuff for anyway? But that's my thought process. Some people don't think like that. Sorry that it was a little choppy today, especially the YouTube. Not especially, but you know what I'm saying. Sorry it was a little choppy today, but I'm glad that y'all was here fucking with me. I already know. It's IRLnash. Live stream. Welcome to the Pokemon Center. Oh yeah.